Day 38. Good evening, my friends, and welcome back to the next episode of Blueprince. Last time out, we had an amazing run. We've opened up all the safes. We've got 7 red letters. We even opened up 2 sanctums. No, we opened up 1 sanctum, but we solved the sigil for 2 sigils. What are we doing next? We've got 3 more sanctums left to open. One's in a vault key, right? How do we force vault keys? We're not really sure about how to do that. One of them, I believe, is in the 8th door behind Mechanarium. So maybe we need to try and do a draft where we're just taking as many power rooms as possible, and we hope. You kind of got to draft Mechanarium last, unless Mechanarium, like, adds doors as time goes on. I'm not sure. And then we've got black chess pieces, but the black chess pieces are kind of hard to find. But let's make sure we do keep an eye out for black chess pieces, because maybe there are some in more common rooms that we're not sort of as familiar with, right? Because we haven't really been keeping a close eye on them. Between episodes, I have been looking at my notes, and I've been trying to work out who Kirk Darren is a pseudonym for, and I'm sort of drawing a blank on that one. Like, maybe we have enough information stashed somewhere in our memory banks, but just simply by looking at the notes, I couldn't work it out, so we're going to keep an eye out for that one. The other 2 that I came across, though, whilst I was looking at my notes, is I was thinking about this metro line and this code, 873101113. When you then go and you put that into a periodic table, you get the phrase online how, which maybe that's just an Easter egg to 2001. I don't know, maybe. Like, that could literally just be an Easter egg. But, you know, with 8 and 7 being on, and then I was like, line, and I'm like, train lines? So maybe that's something, maybe it isn't. And the other one was, I was looking at this cat drawing here, and I was like, wait a minute, C-A and T? Maybe this one is a T? Question mark. Because it could be that one. It looks like it's next to it, right? This looks like row 2, if I draw that line down. So I think that's a T then. What we do with this code, I'm not really sure. But, you know, as I've discussed previously, this game, you always get the codes before you know what to do with the codes, right? You never find the locked door before you find the code for it. You almost always are rattling around with too many clues and not sure what to do with them. We also had a huge increase in our allowance last time out. 62 gold. Oh, and we get a brass compass, a sleeping mask, and 2 keys. Lovely. Thank you, Kimberly. So, what are we drafting today? Well, if we get the schoolhouse, we'll take it. If we get the shrine, we'll take it. And if we get the bomb shelter, we'll take it. In that order. And then we'll just see what we can do. Great. Okay, I will take schoolhouse. Yep. And we will see if we can get... We're going to see if we can get classrooms drafted. That'll be good. We got to grade 5 last time. Can we get to grade 8? That'd be a good one to see. As far as our goals go, Mount Holly Directory, we are 4 rooms away. Where's room 8? What is room 8? Who knows, right? 40 dartboard puzzles, we're quite far off that one. We are 34 of 40 on parlour games. We're only one workshop contraption short of having the invention. Oh, that's odd. Yeah. Oh, no, because that is just right. Win the drafting strategy sweepstakes. I don't know what that is. Unlock 8 realm sigils. We've done 4. We've unlocked 5 doors, but only 4 sigils. Solve the puzzle in room 8 on rank 8. Ah, does room 8... Do you need to be in rank 8 to find room 8, do you think? Maybe. Dare mode, curse mode, I don't know what those are. Reach room 46 in 1 day, I assume that's if you use a different save file. Reach 46 in under an hour. We could probably do that in one of our runs. We could probably try and do, like, hey, this run we're going to do room 46 in an hour. We probably want to save that for when we've got, like, a really good shrine blessing. But, like, we could probably draft that quickly enough. Because we've got so many of the anti-chamber levers now. In fact, I think we might have all of them. Trophy of Wealth, getting closer. Ace the classroom final exam. Trophy of Trophies, complete the trophy case. And then you get true ending, question mark? Who knows? Yes, we will definitely take a library there because there's a very good chance we can get the bookshop out of that. So we'll take the library and we have a book ready for us to read, so that's great. Over here... we can't turn down classroom. Like, yes, this gets us out to the corner, but we can't turn down classroom in a run where we're trying to do classrooms. Classroom takes a gem, actually, though, doesn't it? So, yeah, so if we do get an opportunity to axe the cost of a room, axing the cost of classroom might be a good idea. Okay, we shan't go into classroom just yet, then. Let's draft the last entrance hall exit. Oh, it's another classroom. Oh, but I maybe need parlour. No, we'll take classroom. We're never going to turn classroom down. Wait, does bookshop require a gem? Does bookshop require a gem? We're dodging bullets, guys. We're dodging bullets. Right, okay, fine. Good, right. So that's grade 2 then. Okay, we can't go through library right now then. Okay, if we find parlour, we take parlour. Hallway could get us a gem. Passageway, though, gets us out to the edge. I think hallway, though. Yeah? Let's take hallway for the locked trunks. There might be gems in the trunk. Yes, nice. Okay, good. So we'll come back through here, grab these steps. Okay. Remind me, what does classroom do again? Show me classroom. Huh. Oh. Oh, okay. While drafting in classroom, you may draw new floor plans 1 time for each draw room in your house. Okay. Fine. So we might need to make liberal use of that to get more classrooms to spawn off the classrooms. Okay. First of all, though, we have got the unabridged first edition of the history of Orindia. Take a couple of redraw dice. And here we go. Oh, did you see that? There were other names on here that then went. Okay. The history of Orindia. Ajera to Iraja. Forward. Orindia was once the name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters, though the term is no longer employed in the halls of politics, nor commonly known to the average citizen. Its memory flickers in the hearts of those who hail from the lands that it once encompassed, and many of the elder generation in hushed circles still refer to themselves as Orindians. Yet we must not let the flame of our history dwindle into the obscurity of whispered conversations, nor permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. We must keep alive the embers of our past and preserve them for the generations yet to come. Chapter 1. Agera. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often denoted as Agera, by the ascension of the first king of Orindia, whose name Oris would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the first century the black banners of Orindia could be seen fluttering on every hamlet and hostelry along every thoroughfare from Oris all the way to the western banks. A new kingdom was born. Second Era. It was the fourth king of Orindia who split his vast domain into 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gifts and called his new realm Orinda Ares, after the angelic paragon of royalty, Orinda. To the youngest he bestowed upon him the realm of Ares, the land of the northern storms. Oh, we're getting so much good info here. A wild and untamed expanse, which at the time was not as developed but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Erasia, the mystical realm of the ancestors, a land steeped in tradition, magic, and the poetry of the old tongue. Third Era. As the Second Era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the Third Era was defined by the construction of a vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains of Ares to the southern shores of Erasia. This development facilitated travel and commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future, a promise that would unfortunately, as my readers will soon find, not be kept. Fourth Era. As the kingdom of Orinda Ares entered the Fourth Era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Deciletes III was a king who listened to the voices of all his subjects, from the most influential advisors to the humblest of citizens. He was a king who often was seen among the people eating and drinking and conversing, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well, who could scarce believe that they, as peasantry, would ever sup with the crown. Deciletes was renowned as the king of the people, and it was therefore a surprise to no one when he made the decision to move the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington to the public stage of Oris, leaving castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and the city welcomed their king with open arms and great fanfare. Yet, not all were swayed so easily. There were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his station, and were wary of how readily he could be persuaded by the tears and tales of the common folk. These dissenting voices planted a seed of discontent which took root in the lawns and gardens of the nobles of Fen, or as I have been instructed to say, the grand city of Fen. 5. era of ruin. After the passing of King Desilets III, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died naturally in his old age and was surrounded by the people of Oris, far away from the growing unrest amongst the western city of Fen. On the next day, the 6th of October, the self-proclaimed Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a surprising number of supporters due to the fact that Desilets IV shared his father's good name but little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a centre of splendour, were transformed into a battlefield, as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city's streets, stained in red. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbours. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with the Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favours to persuade the nearby realms of Arch-Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favour, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it, the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners were hoisted in honour of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. 6. The current era. Today, the realms inherited by the 3, Fen, Ares, Arch-Ares and Araja, once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realms serves a constant reminder that we all share a common past, and as those trees continue to grow, so do our hopes of a common future. A future where we are not defined by the colours of the banners we raise, but by that which connects us, a land that we each call home. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. The land is, after all that has happened, still Orindia. The end. Okay, let's take some pictures. Yeah, really interesting, right? I mean, perhaps, interesting, perhaps slightly unsurprising, because it's like, oh, the nobles might not be the good guys in the story after all. Blur. Really? The royal family that made a huge crackdown on the local population of Fen. Maybe they weren't the good guys in the story. Okay. We had some really good stuff, though, about the weather conditions in a lot of these places. We haven't actually opened the Mountain Sanctum yet. But with them, we know the colour of their banner. We know what their weather is like. Do we know much about their culture? Wild and untamed, it said, right? Did it? I don't know. Hang on. Let me take these pictures first, and then we'll go back and do them. What would be a nice addition to this game, right? Just simply a quality of life addition would be a Myst 5 style notebook collection thing. So it would be very sensible and really not any. It wouldn't really take anything away from the experience of the game, because you can take screenshots and take notes of everything you find anyway, right? Why not just have that in game? Like, why does the game not let you just reread any book that you've previously read, or reread any email that you've previously read, or reread a letter that you've previously read, you know? Like, maybe that's felt like that would reveal maybe too much about how many things you've not discovered yet. But it would be, I think it would be a considerable quality of life improvement. Orindia Aries, right? Wild and Untamed Expanse. Wild and Untamed Expanse. Now, if we go to Realm and Runes, the moats, tribal, agricultural, martial, metropolitan, industrial, spiritual, poetic, academic. So it's like probably more like these. I mean, it says wild and untamed, and it's mountainous. What is it? Northern mountains. Don't know. Maybe we can make a pretty good guess. Maybe we could make a pretty good guess on that by now. But anyway, that was the history of Orindia, and we have taken screenshots of all of those pages, so that's fine. We are definitely going to take the bookshop, even if it leads to a dead end. We're taking the bookshop here. Redraw. Give me the bookshop. Give me the bookshop. Kind of unhappy with that. Not gonna lie. Alright. Take a classroom then, I guess. Wow, we've been robbed. Robbed of an opportunity for a bookshop. Boo. Boo. Okay. Science. Something which goes towards the north. West Wing Hall, actually, would be pretty nice here. Yeah, should we just take West Wing Hall, because then we get this dead end that we can draw, which would actually be a great spot to put another classroom into. Each time you enter dormitory after drafting a classroom, gain 10 steps. Would we want to be doing large amounts of backtracking to get that, though, or would we rather just take quest bedroom? Let's just take quest bedroom, I think. Ah, and quest bedroom's going to give us a gem, so that's nice. Okay, here we are. Parlour for 3 gems is probably the pick there. Okay. One of the other boxes is true. The gems are in the other box with a true statement. This is the only true box. So, if that's true, that must be true. Which means the gems are in here. Which means that is false. Like, I think it's that one because this is the only reference to where the gems are. Right? Because this is the only true box. Means that this is false. And that this is false. But then where are the gems? Right? So it's like, okay, congratulations, you're true and you two are false, but there's no information about the gems then. So I think it has to be this one. Okay, that one wasn't so bad. That one wasn't so bad. Right, something that hooks to the north would be nice. I'll take another classroom. Why not? Okay, working our way north. Grade 4. We've done geography already. We got to grade 5 last time, so... So we'll do some redraws, because if I'm not taking another classroom, I definitely at least want to get a 2 exits. Here, I think I'd rather take chapel for the 2 exits. Yes. We got 5 more redraws, though. Passageway. Passageway. Hard to say that passageway is not the pick, right? Let's leave garage untapped for now, in case we need the keys. Dormitory, den, storeroom. Den's a good pick there. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a... Oh, whoops. That was not the door I thought it was. I thought we were this one here. Whoops-a-daisy. Right. Oh, well, in that case then, yeah, let's definitely draft the garage there, because now we have an exit to this spot. So we know the garage is not going to be a dead end, and we'll take the 3 keys. Very nice. Bing, bing, bing. Okay. So now, let's... Shall we continue up from the den? Right, because if we take, like, a classroom here, that's sort of fine. Commissary, dormitory, bedroom. Let's take commissary and see what we can buy. Looks like we've got metal detectors and sledgehammers. So we'll take sledgehammer, metal detector, salt shaker. And given that we know we're not going to get the bookshop now, let's just load up on gems. Classroom for grade 5. And we've got here. Right, now, any classrooms after this is all gravy. It's all bonus. Now, having said that, we are not going to use that door. We're going to go from the den. Right, because if we hook to the right, we'll take it. Oh, except that I get redraws from the classroom, don't I? I get redraws from the classroom. Yeah, that was dumb of me. Okay, let's take... Do I want to take chapel on the basis that we have this exit from passageway, which will get us up here? Or do we take bedroom... No, I think we take bedroom, we try and get into foundation from this direction. Right? Come on, we want classrooms. Classrooms. Give me something that hooks to the left. Dining room. Dining room for the lunch boxes and the exits, and it gets us into the thing. So, jolly good. Give me a lunchbox. Now, do we want to go from the foundation, or? It might be time to do a little backtrack and go from hallway before we start running out of keys and things. Shall we take this? Let's take this one here and see what we find. Drawing room lets us draw new floor plans. Like, all of these kind of don't matter because we have this exit from passageway. So it's kind of like, would I rather have the special keys or would I rather have the redraws? I think I'd probably rather have the redraws from drawing room. Drawing room's also cheaper, of course. Oh, drawing room also comes with a gem nowadays too. That's a really good point. Okay. So all of those would end up being dead ends except chapel. So I will take a redraw there. Pool hall's the one that ends up not being a dead end. So let's take pool hall. Add Great Hall Foyer and Secret Passage to today's draft pool. I think we go in there and we solve the puzzle, but I'm kind of tempted to not take this room. I don't know, or maybe we should take this room because we'll hook round, try and hook round to the left again, towards the north. Oh, key, handy. Okay, 10, 20, 31 and 6 is 37 over... Wait a minute. Oh, 37 minus 17, yeah. It's 20. So 23 minus 21 is 2 times 2 is 4. Oh, whoops, I got that wrong. Okay, hang on. 20, 37 minus 17 is 20. 20 and 3 is 23. Oh, minus 22 is 1 times 2 is 2. 16 over 4 is 4 over 2 is 2. Couple of keys, right. Okay, something that hooks to the left from here would be good. That's really bad. That's really bad on basically all counts. I guess observatory, simply because it does give us some benefits. So we get some gems, we get some tasty apples, and we get a key. Lovely. Now from here, we don't necessarily need to worry about it linking up to a hallway, just definitely give us something that hooks to the left, please. Yeah, classroom counts. So, history, grade 6. History worksheet, multiple choice. Well, we've just literally read the, we've literally just read the text on this one. Grade 6. What is that trying to show? Oh right, there's a projector right here. They're busting up the railway. And we're back round to the start, are we? Okay, fine. So, I might actually know the answers to most of these. So what I'll do is I'll try and answer these myself first. And then we'll check my answers off against the scores that the students have. Oh, and then there's one student all the way over here in the corner of the zone. Probably the troublemaker in the class, right? That's it, right? 4 students? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's take a screenshot of this one. And let's go and try our luck at this sheet. So, TDF. Who was the first crowned ruler of Fen Ares? Desolates the Fourth? Which city in Fen Ares is named after a historical figure? Oris. How many sons did the 4th king of Orindia have? Oh shoot, I thought it was 3. I don't know. 5? How long did the War of the 5th Era last? 22 years. Which realm did not ally with Fen Ares during the war? Nuance did. I think it was Araja that didn't. Which flag is forbidden to be flown at full staff after the war? It's the black flag. Yeah. How did we do? So, black flag correct. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Pretty sure Oris is correct. General Teskin. Oh, maybe it was. Hang on. Desolate's the 4th. There's Desolate's the 3rd. After the passing the 4th era. Thankfully the king, right. The self-proclaimed Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. Okay. So it doesn't actually explicitly say, like, Learson declared himself monarch, but kind of hard to say. So 22 years is correct. Reddington's definitely not correct, right? It is Oris. Yes. Oris is definitely correct. And 22 years is definitely correct. Who did not ally? Arch Ares and Nuance allied. Yeah. So Araja did not ally. Black flag. Okay. The music just suddenly cut out. I hope we still have game audio still. 60 and 6 seems quite a lot, so maybe it is General Teskin. In which case, like, Desolate's the 4th is definitely incorrect, actually, isn't it? Oris is correct. The entire era, no. Araja is correct. Black flag is correct. So maybe 2 is correct. So if 2 is correct, you got that wrong, and that one must be correct. So this is Teskin, Reddington, 2, 22. Arch Ares is wrong, black flag is correct. In which case, that's wrong. Oris is correct, 2 is correct, 12 years is wrong, Arch Ares is wrong, black flag is correct. Okay, so the correct answers are... Araja, black flag, 22 years, 2 kids, Oris, General Teskin. Great. That's some good learning. History is penned by the victors. So one thing I think is really interesting, okay, from a historical point of view, right? History is penned by the victors. And despite the fact that history is penned by the victors, and therefore, like, you know, all of the baddies in history, they're all like the baddies, they're incompetent, whatever, right? Even history, like, even the people that won against Napoleon and against Hannibal admitted that they were just absolutely goated. So, like, what was their power level in real life, right? if, given that from a historical context, they lost and historians still said, yeah, no, they were pretty, they knew what they were doing. Okay, something to the north, please. Nook is okay. Nook is okay. Chapel is arguably even better. I know we've got a lot of redraws, but we're going to struggle to get better than something that has 2 exits, you know? There we go, a couple coins down here, lovely. Right, this one is the south-facing door. I will take an east wing hall to get us down into the corner. Maybe we get conservatory. Oh, and we do get a couple coins for our trouble in East Wing Hall. That'd be nice. What do we get? Indoor nursery, storeroom, or nook? I don't think we need storeroom unless we end up with a cabinet of curiosities later. Nook might be better. Storeroom, though, takes a dead end out of the drafting pool. So, go on. Let's take storeroom. Like, you never know. We might end up with freezer later, and then, like, all of these spare gems and coins actually turn out to be really useful. Okay. We need something which goes straight on up here. As much as I would love to take armory, it's going to have to be corridor, just so that we don't dead end ourselves. Greenhouse, darkroom, lavatory. We'll take darkroom. But we're pretty close to backtracking back to the foundation now. Now remember, classroom requires a gem. So we're taking something that requires gems. Gem cost means it's not terrible. Classroom requires 1 gem, so we'll take this one. Nice. Take some apples. What do we got? Is it algebra? Algebra? Excellent. Okay. Advanced functions. Ooh, we got some wavy lines. Okay. Branson. D+. 7 out of 12 is a D. What? That's weird. And how much is this? 8 out of 12 is a C. That's 66%. That would be like a... Hang on, wait. When I did A-levels, an A was 80%. So, I guess that would be a C, wouldn't it? It was basically a grade every 10%. So a B was 70, a C was 60. C plus for 75%. Wow, you've really got to be... They're expecting 100% on these, aren't they? Well, there are just 3 students in this class. Okay. So let's take a blank workbook for me. And then let's have a look through. So, remember, don't square till you're there, is the advice. Okay. So 3 squared is 9. 3 squared minus 5, so that's 9 minus 5 is 4, so that's correct. 7. Minus 5 squared. Well, that's 25, right? Or 7 minus 5, which is 2 squared. Oh, hang on a second. We've got, like, diamonds as well as squares. So 3 squared is 9. That's 9 minus 5. Okay, so what's going on here then? So that's correct and that's correct. Everyone gets 9 and 4 correct. Interesting. These guys kind of disagree. I kind of feel like 4 would be right, yeah? So 7 minus 5 and then you square it would be 4. Okay. So then 3 multiplied by 2 and then you square it would be 36. Okay. So let's assume that those are right. Don't square until you're there. Okay. I think I get it. So 2 squared is 4, multiplied by 1 squared, but then you square it, right? So 2 squared is 4, multiplied by 1, and then you square. So 16. Right. So 5 times 2 is 10, squared is 100, plus 5 is 105, minus 95 squared, right? So I think that should be 100. Okay, root of 16 is 4. Root of 12 minus 2. Bruh. And then we've got the wavy lines. Hang on a second. So I think that's correct at 100. And 16 and 36. Yeah, okay, so I reckon that one is one of the wrong ones. And that one is one of the wrong ones. So you've got that one wrong. Pretty sure you've got that one wrong. And I'm pretty sure you've got that one wrong. And that one wrong. So you've got most of these correct, I suppose, then. So 22 and 20. Right, so this is rounding. 21.7, round it to the nearest 1 digit, is 22. 21.7 rounded to the nearest tens is 20. So then 59.6 rounded to the nearest 100 is 100 minus 60. I think that should be 40, which is correct over here and correct here. Right? So that's wrong and that's wrong. 22, 20. Now you have got 2 more wrong, so these 2 must be wrong over here. You've got your 5 wrong, so I think these 3 must be correct. 61, 19 and 52. Right? In which case, this would be right, this would be right. And that's wrong. And this would be right. And that would be wrong and that would be wrong. Yeah? And that then does add up correctly. Tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick. Wrong. So you've ended up with 4 wrong answers, which is correct. You've ended up with 5 wrong answers, which is correct. You've ended up with 3 wrong answers, which is correct. So what's the rule on these ones then? 16 becomes 61. What are these doing? Oh, you're reversing the digits, are you? Yeah, okay. You're doing a digit reverse. It becomes 16 becomes 61, This becomes 21 minus 2. This one becomes 30. Minus 5, 25. Reverse the digits. Okay. So, on my sheet then, 2DF. Oh man, that's terrible. Learn how to write your own name. TDF. Okay. 9. 4. I'm just going to copy. I'm going to copy someone else's homework. 52. That's 22. That's 20. That's 40. This one here is 19. This one here is 61. 4. That's correct, right? Yeah. 36. 2 squared times 1 square again, 16. 100. Cool, there we go, right. 7th grade. Complete. Can we get to 8th grade today? Can we get to 8th grade? Let's see. Yeah, Mount Holly gift shop I'm kind of happy with. Kind of happy we're taking that. See what's for sale, because like I have a decent amount of money right now. Swimbird plushie unlocks Dare mode. Permanent addition to the master bedroom. Have we ever drafted the master bedroom? Blue tents can only be purchased after you've proven your merit as a scout by obtaining 8 trophies. Right. Then we have cursed coffers. None would dare to open it. It's a permanent addition to the shrine. Cursed coffers. None would dare to open it. Is it a bad thing? Does it make the game harder in some way? Is it some sort of challenge mode? Swimbird plushie, 110. We could try and save up for that. Okay. Let's take the exit from here because we can actually see what we're drafting. Vault, wine cellar, pantry. Vault has the possibility... We do still have the possibility of coming across a vault key. And given that we've got an exit right here from the gift shop, I don't hate taking the vault right now, to be honest. Does the vault key ever spawn in the vault? That would be kind of handy, wouldn't it? Hello? Oh. A couple extra coins. Lovely. Right. Hook me to the right, please. Lost and found gives me rare items, but it... these, I mean, they're all dead ends, aren't they? So... Whenever you enter this room, you will lose 1 random inventory item. Whenever you enter this room. Well, good thing it loops back round, isn't it? What am I likely to lose? I can kind of afford all of these. What did I lose? I lost my metal detector. However, I gain an additional effect of each constellation observed in the observatory. Nice. And a watering can. The first time you enter each green room, use water to gain 1. I don't think we've ever had a watering can before. Okay, cool. Well, I guess it is a rare item, isn't it? That's kind of the point. We don't have any way to dig. Oh, no! We don't have a security card. Oh, no! Oh no, we're one classroom short. Are you joking? And with no way to buy a security card either. Man. And we don't have security. We did turn down... We were never offered security, actually. We did turn down utility closet earlier. But obviously without security that wouldn't have actually helped us anyway. We should have spied, though, that was a... We should have spied that was going to be a dead end for us, shouldn't we? Oh, shoot. So close. So close. We were so close to getting the 8th classroom. No. No, to end the run like this. To end the run like this. Man. That would be a nice permanent upgrade to get one day. Just have a key card that you can use. But yeah. Nowhere to go, right? Nowhere to go. Well, did we learn anything? Did we learn anything? Did we learn anything about... anything new about Orindia in terms of its weather? The southern region, it's a mystical realm of the ancestors, steeped in tradition, magic, and poetry. It doesn't really say much about Orindia, to be honest, does it? So... yeah. I'm not sure. It doesn't... yeah. The book doesn't say much about Orindia, so I'm not sure we have really learned anything new about it. I think we might be calling it a day there then. I think we might be calling it a day there. So, my friends, a slightly shorter episode than we have come to be used to. But maybe what we need to do is we need to get like a few of these faster episodes knocked out, right? Because if we don't get the vault key and we don't get the schoolroom, right? Like, maybe we should be trying to draft a lot of power rooms, right? To try and get the mechanarium. But I'm absolutely convinced we only have 4. Sorry, we only have 7. If I look at room directory, does mechanarium... I suppose you have your entrance door, is it? Wait, hang on. So... closet, boiler room, pump room, security, workshop, laboratory is 6. Then mechanarium 7. And then you have the entrance door itself, don't you? So maybe we do have everything we need for 8 doors. It's just we've got to get literally all of them. Like, maybe we should be doing some quick draft strats and seeing if we could break all of those out. In that sense, then, like, if we get the opportunity to adjust the rarity of these, we should adjust these down. Pump room requires the pool, though. So that one's kind of hard, especially given that you sort of have to get mechanarium after you've drafted these 6. Don't know. Maybe we'll go for that. Well, my friends, right, tomorrow We're going to do schoolroom again if it's offered, shelter if it's offered, shrine if it's offered, in that order. And then we'll just see. We're after vault keys, we're after black chess pieces, which again I wasn't really paying that much attention to. But we will be calling it a day right there. My friends, this has been day 37. Oh, we did get the permanent upgrade to the shrine though. Like, who knows what that's going to do. I kind of feel like that, it feels like that's going to be some kind of challenge mode though. I don't know. It's Mount Holly, Academic Manor, day 38. Well, my friends, this has been day 38 of Blueprints. If you enjoyed this video and you're enjoying this series, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Consider joining the Patreon if you would like access to these episodes a week early. For now though, I will be seeing you very soon. Have a great week. Bye for now.